What we learned from Hill Air Force Base, who's been doing cloud provisioning for the last 4 years now, is that you really need to have standard platform as a service capabilities across the board. Because the main cost is really in the labor that's involved in the administration of the thing. It's not actually the processing environment itself. Also, the licensing. As soon as you have a standard platform as a service, you can get better licensing across the board. Enterprise level licensing increases the cost. So they found out that basically they were cutting their system admins by ratios of 350 to 1 as opposed to anything else, and saving millions of dollars just on admin costs. So the first thing to do is standardize across platforms as a service as much as you can. And we're doing that, and we're basing it on efficiencies of those platforms, because we have to determine, based on mission apps and other apps, what platform that actually should be utilized. Second is get your contract language straight. I mean, we talked about that peripherally, but there's lots of ways of thinking about this. We've worked with, we have a particular lawyer who's worked across all of DoD and the federal space to work on contract clauses, which we work with DIS on. And so we're trying to get the contract clause straight, and we just negotiated one of our pilot contracts just yesterday, or day before yesterday, Monday, and it took forever for her to go through everything to get everything done.
I bet.
And it's happening, but it takes a while. And so, especially when you get to the CNDP cyber-related activities when you go to a commercial cloud, because you have to send information back to your CNDSP. And the question is, what information do you want to send back, or do you want to just get access to the logs that are sitting in the cloud? So we're working through all those. And lastly, I guess, funding. DoD and the government is not really funded well to support software as a service or any kind of service activity whatsoever. And so we've been talking about how really there should be a way of making this as a commodity. But we haven't done that yet.
Right.
And we're trying to figure out what contracting language would actually support doing that, because simple websites are easy enough.
Right.
I mean, we can monthly forecast, their utilization. When we get to real applications that have immediate needs based on contingency operations out there that's going to strain the system and the cloud provider, there has to be a way of recovering from that, because at the end of the year, if we run out of money that's been allocated, they have to stop.
Yeah, right.
That's not going to work for us.
Yeah.